Yo, what's good? There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. We just listened to Divine Intervention. I give my review on it, and now we're going to learn about this record. So, if you have anything to disagree with or the like, I am reading off Wikipedia, so take it with a pinch of salt and correct me where I go wrong if that's the case. Divine Intervention is the 6th studio album by American thrash metal band Slayer, released on September 27th, 1994 by American Recordings. And American Recordings is a subsidiary of UMG, Universal Music Group. It was headed by Rick Rubin, who gave Rick Rubin got them to put together Rain in Blood, to be honest with you. So he was quite magical when it came to Slayer. The album's production posed a challenge to the label as its marketing situation drew arguments over its explicitness. To give them time to decide over its style, the band released the live album Decade of Aggression. Since it was released nearly 4 years after its predecessor, Seasons in the Abyss, in 1990, vocalist Tom Araya said there was more time spent on its production compared to the band's previous albums. I think you can hear that in the recording, you can hear that. Divine Intervention was the band's first album to feature Paul Bostaph, replacing original drummer Dave Lombardo, who left in the band in 92. Its song's origins came not only from television shows, but were also inspired by various other subjects, including Rush Limbaugh. Who's that? I should know, right? But who? He was an American conservative political commentator. Right. Cool. Holocaust architect Reinhard Heydrich, a high-ranking German SS and police official, and serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. Its cover artwork was painted and designed. Now, I gotta give some respect for the fact it was painted. It looks like it was a computer design. It's a bloody good painting, right? It was designed by Wes Benscotter as a reimagining of the band's early Slayergram graphic. Interesting. Cool. I didn't clock onto that, to be honest. Although so much time was spent on its production, Kerry King has expressed his disapproval over the album's final mix, saying it should have had more attention. Despite receiving mixed reviews from critics, Divine Intervention peaked at number 8 on the US Billboard 200 and number 15 on the UK Albums Chart, selling over 93,000 copies in its first week of sales, which is pretty bloody good. It was later certified gold in the United States and Canada, and was followed by the EP Serenity and Murder. Cool, it was recorded from March to June 94 at the Ocean Way Studio. Yeah, not necessarily too much info there at the side. Writing and production. Wait, how much information have we got on this? Oh, we're alright. Writing and production. Tom Araya said that when we did Divine Intervention, this was the last conference we ever had with a record label where they sat us down and told us the idea of how they wanted to do Divine and how they were going to do this with the cover and all these different ideas for the album. Then one guy looked at us and said, but we need a hit song. And we said, but you've got 11 songs, and if you can't find a hit in one of them, then you're shit out of luck, because that's what we're going to give you. So we're like saying to them, right, you can write the hit song or we'll record it. That shut the guy up, and that was the last time we had any kind of meetings like that. Araya described, for this one, I just got kind of inspired watching TV. That gave me a whole lot of ideas. The whole idea about the dude with Slayer in his arms was brought about because reality is scarier than anything you can make up. What's that? Slayer in his arms? That guy who scratched Slayer? What? Did he like scarify himself? That's hard, that. The production of the album. That's hard. I'm just going to show you this as well. Can you see that? The Serenity and Murder EP. Some guy with Slayer carved on his back. That is so hard. That is so hard, man. Araya described for this one, I just kind of got inspired by watching TV. That gave me a whole lot of ideas. The whole idea about the dude with the Slayer in his eye, blah, blah, blah. The production of the album posed as a challenge to the record company. How to market a group whose gore-soaked extreme music is anathema to radio programmers. It is the company's first attempt to hit the thrash band's core audience of rabid enthusiasts with a fan-orientated marketing assault. Araya related, we decided to take more time to bring this one together. We actually went into the studio with more written material than the past. We completed 3 out of 7 songs outside the studio. We all sort of felt it was important to do it slowly. After the last tour, we had the intention to take the break. Composition. The College Music Journal said that the band deals almost exclusively with realism in the album and noted that it shocks and splatters like a severed artery, painting crimson pictures of murders, necrophiliacs, and the ravaged, chaotic world they inhabit. Both the mixing and mastering were criticised, with guitarist Kerry King saying that the band should have paid more attention to the mix. I wonder how he wanted it to sound. And the Riot stated that it is one, if any, that it would not mind remastering. Neil Strauss from the New York Times. Neil Strauss, he wrote The Game, the pickup artist book. He also wrote a good Motley Crue follow about it. I read his Motley Crue book as well, which is pretty good. Neil Strauss from the New York Times explained many of the album's origins. 213 was described as a love song by Araya, which was something they had never done before. The song was named after serial killer and sex offender Jeffrey Dahmer's old apartment number. Ditto Head begins by criticising the legal system for being too lenient on killers. The song ended up not denouncing the system but advocating its permissiveness. Sex Murder Art was said by TheState.com to feature Raws about a maddening relationship and his pleasure in inflicting pain. King said that the album contained origins relating to war stories and explorations of madness. It's Paul Bostap's first studio album with Slayer, resulting in Alex Henderson of AllMusic saying that it is a positive, energizing influence on Slayer, which sounds better than ever on such dark triumphs as Killing Fields, Serenity and Murder, and Circle of Beliefs. Henderson also said that they focused on the violently repressive nature of governments and the lengths as to which they go to wield power. Artwork and packaging. The album was issued in a clear jewel box with die-cut cardboard O-card. It included 16 pages, which fold out to be a poster which displays the cover art, but that's cool as all. Both the disc and the disc tray feature, as described by Chris Morris, an image reflected of the mania displayed by the group's fans, and an exemplary of American frequently deployed shock tactics, a kid carving the name's band into its arms with a scalpel. That's hard. Mike Bone from American Recording said that we captured not only by photography but with video, him actually doing it. The front cover was painted and designed by Wes Ben Scotter, an American artist who would later paint the covers for the other Slayer releases, Undisputed Attitude and Live Intrusion. The thing is, with him carving that into his arm and so forth, you're creating a push for your fans to perform this self-mutilation. So I can see why it would be controversial and questionable as far as the band is concerned. I can see how it would be cool and whatnot, but where does it stop? You know. So where do we go from here? The album sleeve features for the second time the backronym "Satan laughs as you eternally rot." Whoa. The phrase was first used in the vinyl edition of the album Show No Mercy, where it was carved into the run-out groove of the record. Whoa. Reception. AllMusic said that instead of doing something calculated like emulating Nirvana or Pearl Jam, or for that matter Nine Inch Nails or Ministry, Slayer wisely refused to sound like anyone but Slayer. Bro, why is Slayer going to sound like Pearl Jam or Nirvana? Come on. Tom Araya and co. responded to the new environment simply by striving to be the heaviest metal band they possibly could. By the album's release date, vocalist Tom Araya considered it to be their best album. It definitely wasn't. Divine Intervention sold 93,000 copies in its first week, and by 2009 it sold over 496,000 copies in the US. It was reported that in the same year of its release, Kevin Kirk from the Heavy Metal Shop ordered 1,000 copies of Slayer's Divine Intervention and sold every last album in a matter of weeks. It made a couple of quid then. Although it is less accessible than its predecessor, Season in the Abyss, Rolling Stone consider it to be their most successful album as of 2001. Professional ratings, AllMusic gave it 3 out of 5. Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal, 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10 is fair. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B. Kerrang, 5 stars. Kerrang were representing there. Metal Forces, 7 out of 10. Rolling Stone, 4 out of 5. Rock Hard, 8.5 out of 10. Spin Alternative Record Guide gave it a 6 out of 10. And as far as the credits are concerned, Kerry King's writing a lot of lyrics as well. Kerry King's in the business right about now. He's just doing what he needs to do to make that money. Yeah. Yeah, let's put some respect on Slayer for that record. Very cool. And on that note, I'm going to see you in the future. So, one love, people. Peace.